And welcome back everyone. I apologize for cutting that duct tape short. How dare I? But we have the series that we have been waiting for. We are jumping in mid-series into game number 2 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern. We have the South Korean Terran player currently leading this series 1-0. Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have as opponent, we have the Polish Protoss player representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald. Right, here we go. So unfortunately, we missed out on game number 1, but we are here in game 2 to see how this series unfolds, to see if Gerald is able to bring this back, or if ByuN is able to close this out and move on to the semifinals, where Dark is waiting. Dark is patiently waiting for the winner of this series. I'm sure he's happily snacking on some breakfast. And I am celoso. It's your Spanish word for the day. Celoso equals jealous, papi. Jealous. Oh. Oh boy. So, we'll see how this unfolds. So far, already an aggressive opener from ByuN. He goes for a double gas opener here in TvP, so he's looking to be in the face of his opponent sooner rather than later. This does lead towards a faster factory and a delayed CC. So this could be a multitude of things. This could be for something like a tank drop opener. It could be for a committed mine drop as well. It could be for something crazy like even Cloak Banshees, which we have seen whipped out from time to time in this matchup as well, just to try to catch the Protoss off guard. We'll see what ByuN has in store for us. Oh. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, pretty standard setup. It's Gate Cybercore Expand here from Gerald. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. Things looking normal. No probes are sent out of the map. No proxies are being sent out by Gerald, which to be expected. Isn't really one to be cheesy, at least initially. Let's see, the Reaper going to be testing the waters. Does confirm the base itself is going to be waiting a little bit longer here before it does look to dip on in. We see Geralt is going for a Stargate follow-up. Should be going into Phoenixes, but could go for an Oracle first. We'll see if ByuN catches wind of this. Meanwhile, with his initial double gas opener, he's actually going to be making quite a decent amount of Reapers and Hellions. We have 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion coming out. With this, we can try to rush past the initial units and get into the mineral line. ByuN, going to be dancing with the army. Fun fact, as he does take a hit. It does take a hit on each of his Reapers, but Reapers do barely outrange Adepts, so you can micro and you can out-control them if you are very careful with your control. Meanwhile, it is going to be a mine drop. Not the most committed mine drop, but we do have that mine drop follow-up. CC on the low ground as we speak. The Reapers, they dive into the main base. At the same time, the Hellion gets into the natural as well. Can Geralt keep up? As this Reaper of ByuN gets behind the mineral line and does confirm the Stargate. At the same time, the Hellion wreaking havoc in the natural. 2 probes have gone down, but with the help of this shield battery, it shouldn't be too much more. The Hellion, is going to get the hell out of there. So ByuN, he gets a little bit of economic damage, and he confirms what he is going to be facing. That is Phoenixes. Now, it's going to make this drop a little bit difficult here from ByuN. Actually, we have an add-on swap. Okay. So I assumed he was going for a mine drop, but no, we are instead having the mines burrowed here back at home. We have 1 mine behind that gas geyser. We have the other mine here in the natural as well. And ByuN is doing ByuN things. So from my understanding, especially with casting so much with Asher, this is illegal. And if you're out there, if you're a Terran player on the ladder, and if you're looking at ByuN and you're like, oh, teach me how to TvP, for the most part, this is solid, but going for a Raven in the face of Phoenixes, a lot of Korean Terrans do this. The majority of Korean Terrans do this. It's such a risky thing to do. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of power behind this Raven. Why? Because Geralt is going Phoenix Colossus. Geralt is staying on a very low gateway count. Off of 2 gateways, he's going for a 3rd base, and he's going to be getting into Colossus production, which means he's going to have very few units to defend, And if this Raven gets a disable off on the one Colossus, then or even two Colossi, then suddenly Gerald has nothing. And then suddenly ByuN can sometimes even end the game with his push, like with his stim timing. Like, things can escalate very quickly. And we do see that right now the goal for Gerald is he is looking for a way in. He wants to try to snipe these Ravens because these Ravens are a really big threat to him. Meanwhile, the Bay is done. The first Colossus is on the way. Oh, we are a little bit supply blocked, but there we go. The Colossi is in production. But again, Colossi, they don't really mean too much if they do get disabled. Like, the Raven, it can be so powerful in that respect. But it's so risky as well, because even though the Ravens have a lot of potential, because they're Phoenixes, like, you have to babysit them hard. Like, we can see here, like, ByuN is getting turrets up and running. Like, his Marines are also just zoning away these Phoenixes. If these Ravens go down, then Gerald has nothing to worry about. Then he's perfectly fine. He's safe. We have a bit of a dance here between these two units, these two armies. Meanwhile, the first Colossi is out. We should be working towards a second momentarily. Third gateway is on the way. And ByuN is going to be hitting his timing soon. The medevacs are now out. Stim, combat shields, and +1 on the way. ByuN is going for his third CC, but I do believe he is going to push out behind this. Or in front of this, even. And there we go. It's all about protecting these Ravens. It's in chat, ByuN things. Yeah, it's just a really risky thing to do against these Phoenixes. There we go. They're going to be coming in from behind. Oh. ByuN also preserving his stim whenever he can. We have a couple of adepts shading in behind the mineral line, and it looks like the adepts will go down. Here we go. The Ravens have arrived. The disable is real. We have plenty of energy for more, and now the Marines are going to be able to stim on forward. The second Colossus shows up, and there's the second disable. Just like that, ByuN, he shuts down the third base. He's going to be able to shut down the mineral line as well. And ByuN may just end the game here and now. Just like this. If he wants to, he can push into the natural. Like, he has enough energy for more disables. But he's content to kill the third and back off. And just like that, ByuN has a massive lead. Gerald, he just can't really do anything against this. A supply blocked once again. Thankfully, he's getting into double Colossus production. My god. To help make up for this. Let's look at the units lost tab here. ByuN, he's barely lost anything. Once again, Gerald's going to be looking to try and pick off those Ravens. Here we go, ByuN rotating over towards the new would-be third base of Gerald. We have 3 Colossi. But we have plenty of... We have the Ravens. We can't do anything. Third base goes down. ByuN pushes forward. He goes for the scan. He sees the army. He thinks it. He wants it. He wants it, Papi. He wants the Colossi. As the first disable goes down, the Robos are under threat. Gerald's just being bullied into his own natural. Trying to get another base up and running. And it just will not happen. Oof. Behind this, ByuN far ahead in the economy, in the bases, in the production. He's getting into Vikings and Ghosts. ByuN, again, if he really wanted to, he could probably try to rush in, but he doesn't want to risk it. He's like, you know what? I'm content with what I've done. And he's done a lot. He's killed like 3 Nexuses, killed a Robo. He killed 11 probes earlier. Like, he's done so much for himself. And Gerald, he just can't stand up to this at all. ByuN getting a 4th base. Like, ByuN is like in the most comfortable position imaginable. Like, he's chilling, Papi. He's got his feet up. He's like lighting a cigar as we speak. He's like, yeah, what are you gonna do, Papi? What are you gonna do? We have 4 Colossi, which is nice. We have Storm on the way. The Storm is the big game changer. Like, the Storm can make or break a fight. Storm is 10 seconds away from completing. We're pushing on forward. We go for the scan. Ugh, we do have the feedbacks on these Ravens, but it may not even matter. We still on forward anyway. We have the EMPs. Force Fields doing a lot here against the army of ByuN. But now that the Force Fields have run out, ByuN is stimming on 40, takes down the Nexi. And the Colossi, they just can't do anything against this. There just isn't enough on the ground. There's no support. The Phoenixes fall. And the Colossi just gets bullied once again into the natural. It will be chased down. And with that, there's nothing left. GG gets called. And ByuN advances on to the semifinals. In a clinical display of TvP. GG. Oh, that didn't even look close, to be honest. Like, ByuN was looking so dominant. Jesus Christ. But again, a lot of that is because he was able to babysit those Ravens as well as he did. Which can be very difficult to pull off. We did see Gerald trying to rush into double Robo production, into double Colossus production, which can be a scary thing to do. Just because you're delaying your Twilight Council, you're delaying your charge, you're delaying Blink, you don't really have a ground army. Don't really have a ground army to support those Colossi. You're just trying to get away with the bare minimum, which is the power of Phoenix Colossus. You know, like, even though like ByuN made that look easy, that's just ByuN. You know, like, a lot of Terran players have a really hard time abusing or trying to punish Phoenix Colossi, because if Gerald gets away with his 3-base economy, then he gets a 4th base up and running. Suddenly he's got 4 Colossi. Suddenly he's got Storm and Charge and everything else he needs.